Palm Sunday, and we want to do a devotion for you based around one of the themes of this week. And in Matthew chapter 26, we see where Jesus has just been in the Garden of Gethsemane. And here in this scene, some amazing things have already happened. You see where Jesus has healed the ear of the soldier and performed a miracle right before their eyes. I mean, they have nonetheless seen His miracles from time to time throughout these days anyway. And it's amazing how a group of soldiers came to take Jesus by force at this time. They came to forcefully take Him into captivity. What's amazing about verse 57 is they transition as they see where Jesus is not going to be creating a scene, causing a fight. The passage says, "Then those who had seized Jesus led Him to Caiaphas, the high priest." The first phrase there that you see, seized, in the Greek represents a term where they came to forcefully take Him, to capture Him with force. What's amazing here in this story, however, is that as Jesus was compliant, it switches over to that they led Him, and in the Greek that represents as if He were being led as a sheep to its slaughter, meaning that He was willing to go. And what is really amazing is that Jesus had already shown them that He had the power to call upon the legions of angels to come and deliver Him. He had the power to perform any miracles. And here in this instance, we see the willingness of our Savior to say, I will be compliant. I will do whatever it is that my Father in heaven wants me to do to be successful in His will, in obeying Him, in accomplishing His plan for my life. And this is where we find ourselves in this story, is that sometimes we are treated unfairly, just as Jesus, our Savior, who was perfect and never committed any sin, yet He was being taken into captivity by these Roman soldiers to go face the high priest. Sometimes we're treated unfairly. Sometimes we feel like we have situations in our lives where it's just unjust. And yet, how do we respond? It's so easy for us as individuals to say, I'm going to be bitter about this. I'm going to be angry over this. I'm going to treat someone badly because they have treated me badly. But yet we see this example that Jesus has set for us in that He understood one thing, and that was He had to accomplish the will of Jesus, of God the Father, as Jesus His Son. And He had to be obedient. And so it is with us. Sometimes we don't understand why things happen the way that they do. Sometimes we don't understand why we're treated the way that we are. But even in these circumstances, we can draw strength from Jesus in knowing that He was able to be perfect. He was able to obey God in these circumstances. He was willing to go, even though He didn't fully understand why. He was questioning God. God, if this cup could pass from me. Even in the power that He held, He still was willing to go. That's amazing. It really is that we have a Savior who could perform under these dire circumstances and really be an example for us and to say to us, hey, when you're treated unfairly or when things aren't going your way or when you don't understand how to do what you need to do in these circumstances, remain faithful. Do what God calls you to do and be obedient to Him, because that is what we need to do, is be like Jesus. And so what a great example we see in Jesus is for us to be obedient to Him during these difficult times. We hope that you have a blessed Palm Sunday, wonderful week as you celebrate the Easter story. And all of the things that Jesus has done for us, may we be able to celebrate by being obedient to Him and do what He has done as He has given us a great example to live by.